Christian News from English Christian Times.
I am Bishop Anthony Chirayath, Bishop Emeritus of Sagar Diocese in Madhya Pradesh. I am an ardent devotee of Divine Mercy. Of this I want to tell you. I was not at all a devotee of Divine Mercy. I never prayed to Divine Mercy, never held a picture of Divine Mercy in my possession. But something happened to me on 5th October 2007 at 9 p.m. when I was in San Francisco. I was sitting in my room and going through my email. And that moment, everything around me became blank, darkness. And in that darkness, I found Divine Mercy appearing to me and asking me that I must build a shrine to Divine Mercy in my diocese. I thought it was only a distraction. I came back to my senses. I just forgot about it. I did not share this matter with anybody. Next morning, I took the flight from San Francisco to Minneapolis. And as I got out of the plane, my mobile phone rang, and a man on the other side asked me that he wanted to speak with the Bishop of Sagar. And it was very strange because my number was not given to anybody. And this man said, his name is Joseph. He is calling me from North Carolina, about 5,000 miles away from there. And he had a message for me. He said at 9 p.m. on the 5th of October, the same day, the same time, hour, he was praying and Jesus, Divine Mercy, appeared to him and asked him to convey a message to the Bishop of Sagar. And he did not know who was Bishop of Sagar. He did not know where he could be found. Somehow, during the night, he managed to get my mobile number and he contacted me. When I asked him what is the matter, he said, Jesus has asked him to convey this message that I must build a shrine of Divine Mercy in my diocese. And I felt I was speechless because he was narrating to me the same scene I saw previous night, that is thousands of people of all religions going to the feet of Divine Mercy and getting his blessing. He was telling me the same thing, and I did not know what to tell him. Then I told him, I am a poor bishop. I have no money to build a shrine. I don't know what to do. Then he asked me, how much money do you need? I just said, I need $1,000, 1 lakh rupees. Then he laughed and he said, what can you do, Bishop, with 1 lakh rupees? He will give me 5 lakh rupees immediately, and if I need more money, he will give me. And that was the beginning, and he sent the money within 24 hours. And that was not enough. A little later, a priest from Sagar Diocese, his name is Father Robin Devasi, he sent me an email. He said that morning during breakfast, one visiting priest, that time he did not tell me the name of the priest, but later on I came to know he was Father Bobby Embrail VC, who had come to visit his confreres there. And Father was telling his companions that the night, that is the night between 5th October and 6th October, the same night when Jesus appeared to me, he said, Father Embrail said he had a vision of a Divine Mercy, a shrine coming up on that spot, and it will become a center of Divine Mercy, will attract people of all religions to the feet of Divine Mercy. I did not know. When 3 people had at the same moment, at the same time, at the same vision, I began to reflect what is going to happen to me. I called my VG back in Sagar and said, First time I shared with him this matter, and he said, Bishop, this is a message for you. Don't worry. When you come back to Sagar, we will decide, sir. Of course, I needed a picture to put in the new shrine which I was planning, and I went to looked in the internet, and I found the Marian Fathers in Stockbridge, where that was the center of Divine Mercy. They were charged with the promotion of Divine Mercy all over the world. And I went there, and they donated me a big picture, 6 feet picture on canvas, and which I brought to Sagar and enshrined it in the present place. And on that day, on the 7th of November 2007, when I blessed this picture and inaugurated the shrine, the Superior General of the Vincentian Fathers and the Provincial of the Superior Provincial, they all were present. And all the priests of the diocese were gathered there because Father Augustine Mundekkel was preaching the retreat. And for 5 days, Father Augustine was preaching only on Divine Mercy. So it was a good preparation, and this picture was blessed, and it was enshrined there, and it became, and at that day I said this place will be known as Daya Sagar, that is ocean of mercy. I connected with the mercy and the diocesan name Sagar, and that is but afterwards I came to know in the Bible in 64 places the word Daya Sagar is used for Jesus, Divine Mercy, Daya Sagar. In the Syro-Malabar Mass daily we say this word, Tu Daya Sagar hai. So this became a catchy word, and the shrine slowly became famous because of several miracles, especially healings, which very visible, and then it became known to people, especially the villagers, Hindus, the Muslims, Jains, and all started coming slowly to this shrine. But personally, I had something else. In November later that year, I started coughing, continuous coughing, and I went to doctor in Sagar, I went to doctor in Kerala, I went to doctors in Rome, I went to doctors in Jamshedpur, but my cough was, I could not get rid of the cough. I could not speak, I could not say mass, and I was terribly, and finally a priest friend of mine told me in Bhopal, in the People's Medical College, there is Dr. Sanjay Tandon, who is a specialist, and we will go to him. I went to Dr. Sanjay Tandon. He gave me, he examined me for 3 days. Finally, he whispered to me, he said, Bishop, usually I don't tell my patients something which is serious, but you have the strong will, the courage to listen to what I am going to tell you. The reason for your cough is because you have cancer on your lungs. But he said, don't worry, I will take care of you. I did not share this matter to anybody. I returned to Sagar, to the Bishop House, that is 200 kilometers from Bhopal. First thing I did when I reached Bishop's House was to call my VG to my office. I opened my drawer shelf and I showed him my last testament where it was kept, because I knew a patient with a lung cancer is not going to live more than 2-3 months, and I was preparing for my death. But after showing him my last testament, I took the car and went 15 kilometers away from the bishop's house to the shrine of Divine Mercy, which is known as Daya Sagar. For 9 days consecutively, I went to this shrine at 3 o'clock. I made a novena asking Jesus to heal me if it is His will. After 9 days novena, I was asked to go to Bhopal Cancer Hospital for further tests and MRI and other tests. But further tests and the results of this test I took to my doctor, and doctor, after looking in the results of this my test, medical test, he was not uttering a single word. He was quiet. He was just looking at my papers. Finally, he asked me, "Bishop, do you believe in miracles?" Then I said, "Yes, doctor, I believe in miracle." He said, "What did you do to have how this happened?" I said, "I was praying to Jesus to heal me if it was His will." And doctor said, "I am happy for you. You look at the results. You are completely healed of your cancer. I don't see anything, but he said, I want to follow your case for further 2-3 months. You must come to me. I want to examine you, follow your case." But I went to him 3-4 months regularly, and the doctor said, "No further development. You are completely healed." From that day onwards, I am really healthy. Never coughed, never had any problem, no cold or any headache. I am enjoying good health. And this is my personal story to testify how Divine Mercy has helped me, stood with me. Also, miracles that is happening in the shrine is a further sign of God's presence in Sagar, in this place known as Daya Sagar. People are coming from neighboring dioceses or hundreds of miles away from the villages, mostly Hindus. They all come to pray, adore, listen to the word of God, and God is working miracles. In Madhya Pradesh, we are not allowed to proclaim, we are not allowed to convert, we are not allowed to baptize non-Christians. But here, in spite of all this, the people are flocking here, listen to the word of God. Some of them ask for baptism, but we are very slow to give them baptism. But we have a lot of hundreds, thousands of Christu Bhaktas. That is the new trend in North India. Thousands of people who believe in Jesus, who listen to the word of God, who adore Jesus, who believe that He is Jesus, Son of God. But they are not baptized. So this is also a good sign that Jesus is working miracles in the northern Indian provinces where Christians are persecuted, where Christians are forbidden from preaching the word of God, forbidden from adoring the word on the Blessed Sacrament, Eucharist. And this is in short my testimony and my firm faith in the Divine Mercy. Thank you.
Christian News from English Christian Times.